What's poppin'? What up, chat? What up, everybody? This is Zomb. This is motherfucking Music Mondays. I can't tell if my mic sounds like shit or I sound like shit. No, we're alright. We're alright for audio. We're alright. But what's good, chat? How we doing? How we doing? This is episode 24. 24. Um, and, this is Zomb and this is Music Mondays. And if you don't know, this is my weekly podcast slash talk show slash chill session where we talk about everything and anything, mostly underground activities, but we talk about a lot of shit here on Music Mondays. Welcome. I hope you all had a good week. Episode 23 is now live on my YouTube as well, so go check that out if you missed it already. Yeah, I hope everybody's been well. I hope everybody's Gucci. Like I said, I hope everybody had a good week. We are chilling. It has been a busy week for Music Mondays. A really fucking amazing week for Music Mondays. I'm gonna talk about everything for a little bit and give you guys a rundown on what's gonna be going down for Music Mondays. Pardon me if you just heard me crack a monster. And also, I apologize for being about 20 minutes late as well for our live crowd, but your boy had to handle some business, and we're here. But like I said, man, I hope you guys had a good week. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's fucking healthy, happy, popping. I hope everybody had a safe 4th of July. That was actually yesterday. Today's July 5th. But, let me even just think of where to begin because I didn't really write down a schedule this week. We're just going to freestyle some shit and have a good show. But first thing I want to discuss is Music Monday's brand new website. And that was the announcement that I was talking about last week and couldn't really talk about on the show. Otherwise, it would have leaked on the show before I would have leaked it on socials, and you guys get the deal. But, man, oh man, the Music Mondays official website has finally fucking launched. I just really want to talk about this because it's just been such a long time coming, and it was so fast at the same time. Like, Music Mondays, I talked about it a bit last week, but now I can really talk about it in full detail as to where, like, Music Mondays really, like, started off as, like, not like a pipe dream, but, like, a really small goal of mine. And small, meaning, like, the idea was huge, but, like, it was just really small. And, to see where the fuck we ended up and how fast we ended up getting an actual web page and homepage is just insane, man. So shout out to Maggie, who's Sunburn's fiance. Shout out her for actually taking on the design role and the lead management role for our website. So if you see her around, like I always say, go show her some love, man. She put in a lot of work into this site. And of course, this is our first site, right? This is version 1. So of course we're working out some kinks here and there, but it's probably the best launch website I've ever had working for any company ever, and it just so happens to be my own company. So that's what's really interesting about that. But if you haven't checked it out already, man, go check out allmusicmondays.com. Like it's just amazing. It's really fucking amazing. We're gonna be, of course, having a bunch of written pieces, reviews on artists and underground creatives, interviews with artists and underground creatives. We have a Artist of the Week section where we're going to be constantly updating that weekly or bi-weekly with an Artist of the Week to just show some love. Just a section to show off a creator that doesn't really get a lot of love. You know what I mean? So that's that. And of course, there's links to all of our socials there as well. And on top of it, there's a contact and submission form. And you can find all of our podcast content as well. Like literally, there's a full playlist of all 23 previous episodes on the website. So, yeah. There's a lot of good things on there and a lot of goodies. Like, even though it just launched and we don't have a bunch of content to put on there yet, there was already so much content I had put out for Music Mondays that we were just able to just fill it up anyways with some, like, pre, content. You know what I mean? But I'm just really excited about it, man. And it's just gonna take Music Mondays in a whole new fucking direction. And, it's just truly amazing. Truly, truly amazing. But, um, as far as like our content schedule goes, we're going to be really switching up a lot of things. There's going to be weekly articles as well, so we're going to be dropping articles every Friday. And the Music Mondays rebroadcast, like you're watching right now, will be put out on Saturdays rather than Fridays. So we'll be able to give you guys double the content for the weekends, which is actually really, really cool. Um, so Fridays, we're going to have a written piece every Friday, and then uh, the following Saturday will be that Monday's Music Monday, and then we'll retake submissions on Tuesday, per usual. Everything else will still be the same. But let me just pull up the Music Mondays website and let's take a gander here. Now, if you're on the home page on PC as well, you'll be at the home tab where you'll see direct links to reviews, artists, and interviews. And then the mission statement is on the home page as well. And then little biographies for me and Maggie. But the review section, currently empty, of course, because no written reviews yet. Interviews, Maggie already had one on deck, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be dropping one next week. I'm not too sure on that. But either way, an article will be out next week, don't you worry. Um, but she had our very first interview live on the website, man, and you just gotta go check it out. It's just the perfect piece for a launch, and she was really excited to drop this, dude. So just go show her some love on this. It already has 21 views, like, and I can only imagine how many clicks it has. So go show her some love on that. Go check out that interview. Artist of the week, currently empty. We'll be deciding what we want to do with that by next week, of course. Probably by the weekend, actually. And if you head over to the podcast section, you will find episodes 1 through 19 currently available. We, of course, need to update it with the previous, like, 3 or 4 episodes that are missing here, but it's completely perfect. Literally, they're just perfect. And they're actually the audio versions, which is nice, so you can listen to them on the go. You can listen to them really anywhere, and you don't really have to, like, be fully immersed in the visual aspect of it, so it's really good. And then you'll have the submissions guideline page on the next tab over, and yeah, man, it's a lot to read. So if you're ever interested in submitting to Music Mondays properly, and just take a look at that, because we'll be really taking from this pool of artists more than anything, unless we say otherwise on Twitter. Like, if we tweet out on Twitter, like, we're looking for links or we're looking for anything like that, that'll be the only exception. But other than that, come to here if you're looking for submission guidelines for sure. And then, of course, just a contact page, name, email, add a message. And then social links are at the top of the page as well. But yeah, that's Music Mondays, man. That's Music Mondays. And that's what's up. And of course, it came with a whole new social media layout and everything. Excuse me. But yeah. Socials are brand new. Everything's ready to go. Um, and I just hope you guys enjoy it, man, because we have a lot of really fun stuff planned and just a whole lot of really dope shit to do on Music Mondays, and everything is going to be amazing. Um, Especially as we go along and just come up with better ideas for the underground, and really I can finally show you guys what the fuck I mean by like giving the underground what it really deserves, you know? Like I literally started out in episode 1 talking about like what I want to do for the underground or this or that, and in reality it's just like it's finally like coming together, you know? Like it's finally coming together, and this is gonna be the way to like really, how can I explain this? Give the people the platform that they need, you know what I mean? And I had a goal earlier uh in my, I suppose, media company career and writing career and blogging career that didn't really pan out because people just take different directions than you anticipate, and it leaves you hanging in the dust because it's like, fuck, what the fuck happened, you know? But when you have the opportunity to do it yourself, it's really insane. It's really fucking insane, and now I'm finally driving the the supposed ship, if you will, you know? Like I'm the one who's finally with like I'm the one who has creative direction, you know? And it's a really good thing. It's a really good thing. And we can finally bring everything back to where it's supposed to be. Honestly. Right where it's supposed to be, man. And like I don't want the old underground back. And I'm sure a lot of people don't want the old underground back. So that's why it's going to be a new underground. It's going to be a new format. It's going to be a new everything, and it's going to be done in the way that it was supposed to be done the first time. The first time I put in work, the first time I did 100 interviews, the first time I wrote 100 pieces, the first time I did all of this for somebody else. It was supposed to be done then, but it didn't. So now we're here. And Music Mondays is going to be nothing but the best underground fucking outlet to date. No matter what. So yeah. Go check out allmusicmondays.com, man. I'll go link it in the chat as well. I actually have to sneeze, so if I do, don't kill me. Okay, that's better. But yeah, let me type this in the chat. And if you're watching the rebroadcast, it'll be to your right, and of course it'll be linked in the description as well of the YouTube rebroadcast. But let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go. Music Mondays is officially a thing. It's real, it's here, we're officially a company, we're a blog, we're a brand, we're a thing. And I couldn't be more proud. I couldn't be more proud of my team. I couldn't be more proud of everybody involved. I couldn't be more proud of Music Mondays right now. Because seeing where Music Mondays was 6 months ago, 7 months ago now, because now it's early July, seeing where we were and seeing where we're at now, it's just fucking insane. Like, truly fucking insane. And I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. I can't thank my team enough. And I gotta be proud of myself too, as well, honestly. So yeah, if you're looking to understand and see what's good with Music Mondays, go check out allmusicmondays.com. Go check out our website. Go check out our socials, man. But other than website content as well, um, what's coming in the near future as well is playlists. Playlists are going to be a big thing on our SoundCloud. So if you go on any of our social medias and you go to our link tree, you'll be able to find a link to all of our socials, actually. And you'll be able to find pretty much everything there, um, including our SoundCloud. So if you haven't already, go follow us there. Go check us out on SoundCloud, because that's where all playlists will be posted. But, but, I want to touch on one more thing for our Music Mondays rebrand and everything. Um, Recruiting. Music Mondays is still pretty small staffed. We have about 6 staff members, 7 maybe. So, if you're interested in becoming a writer, a playlist curator, a designer, or a potential manager for Music Mondays, contact myself or the Music Mondays homepage, and we'll get back to you. Send us your resume for whatever you're applying for, and come join the team, man. Short and sweet, just like that. You know, we're recruiting still, and we'll always be recruiting. So just hit us up, send us an email, send us a DM, or send myself a DM, and we'll get back to you, man. For sure. So, chat, I think it's that time of the show where we discuss reviews and reviewing music in general, shall we? I think this will be a fun topic now that Music Mondays is rebranded and ready to go. As the week goes on as well, I wanted to mention I'm just going to be coming up with new ideas and new ways and just new stuff. So if you're wondering why Music Mondays is switching up a little bit and trying some new things, just bear with us and roll with it and see what you think. But yeah, man. Reviews. If you're looking to get a track reviewed here live on the podcast, they'll still be the same. Submissions will be done through Twitter, but submissions will be SoundCloud links only. So this episode will be the last episode that I'm accepting all links. If you're going to submit anything music related, it must be a SoundCloud link only. Unless otherwise specified. But that doesn't go for all art. If you're submitting clothes, fashion, design, if you're submitting a YouTube, anything YouTube related, like a vlog or anything like that, that's fine. Excuse me, but if you're submitting beats, if you're submitting a single, SoundCloud links only, or it won't be accepted. And the reason for that is just because I've just been getting way too many Spotify and Apple links and other links that aren't as easily accessible. And of course they're accessible to me, but I want to get everybody in the groove of the SoundCloud links because those are easiest to put in a playlist for Music Mondays at the moment. So if we want to put you in a playlist and all we have is a SoundCloud link, or all you do is upload, or I'm sorry, all we have is a Spotify link, or all you do is upload to Spotify, then it sucks that we can include you, you know? But the more underground artists and sounds that we're looking for are usually on SoundCloud, and if you're not on SoundCloud, I usually talk about this a lot, but get your ass on SoundCloud. You have no reason as an independent musician to not be on all platforms. So if you're interested in getting a review here on Music Mondays musically, make sure you have your music on all platforms, man. And not just for us, but just for everybody. Like, you don't want to split your listeners apart like that, man, or even just divide your listeners, or spread people out, or let people not like be able to find your music or listen to your music because they're only listening on X platform, but you only put your music on Z platform. You know what I mean? Like, so don't do that. And if you're looking on a more in-depth reason, go back into previous Music Mondays episodes, and I talk a lot about uh, releasing music and gatekeeping yourself, and I have a lot of really great conversations about that. But definitely going to be SoundCloud only, and that's just mostly because also SoundCloud links are just the most easily accessible for myself as well to just like really organize all these releases and such and really just like keep everything in the same spot. You know what I mean? I can find an artist there. I can find their profile. It's just easier that way in terms of underground music. So yeah, SoundCloud is really where all the hidden gems are at, and I advise you be on there. But nonetheless, let's get into these reviews. I had a decent amount of submissions this week, a lot of really, really great submissions. A couple audio submissions here on YouTube, here, there, whatever. I think also like that's another reason why it's going to be SoundCloud only because it's just too spread out. You know what I mean? I got YouTube links, I got title links, I got Spotify links, I got SoundCloud links, I got Bandcamp links. A lot of that stuff is just too much to really consolidate into like what we want to put out on our platform, and we want our listeners to be able to listen to all these artists I speak about easily. So if you're a person who's uploading strictly on iTunes and I give you a good review, that person isn't going to be able to find you well because you're not on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really, really big reason for that as well. But just give me like 2 minutes and we'll get into these reviews here. Now, like I said, I had a lot of good submissions this week. But of course, I chose the best because there's always a few that stand out to Music Mondays, and there's really some songs I hear that I put on just because I think they deserve the attention, and then there's some that are really in a league of their own, and I would be very stupid to ignore. And this one I'm about to talk about is actually the latter. And this is from an artist who's never submitted to us, actually. His name is H. Dagoon, and this is a single off of an album titled Keisha's Son. And this is a track titled Tired. And like I said, this is off his full album, Keisha's Son. And of course, it'll be linked in the description of the YouTube video and linked in chat right now here live. But man, oh man, what a first fucking submission to actually have here on Music Mondays. Like, just to like start off with, and as I was going through the submission list, I was like, holy fucking shit. But H really, really is one talented individual, man. This is a hard-ass, bouncy-ass hip-hop beat with a great, great sample. I'm not too sure what the sample is, but whatever the vocal sample that's chopped in the background, it's really, really wonderful. So shout out the producer. But this is a bouncy-ass hip-hop beat. Definitely on the smoother side, but it's still like really, really bouncy. And the switch ups in the beat itself are fucking nuts. Like, I haven't heard switch ups like this in a long time, and a long time meaning that like people just get stale with a lot of their production, and I think this one switches up like really perfectly. Like even myself, like I get stale with my own production, and this really like showed me and reminded me that, you know, sometimes you can go a little crazy, but not too crazy. And the way this beat switches up with sort of just drums first, and then 808, and then drums, it's a really healthy dose of variety here in this structure, and I enjoy this production a lot. But the vocals start off perfectly into the hook, man. H talks about family struggles and just a lot of deep lyrical content like that. Um, the beat continues to switch up perfectly. Again, great intro for an album. If you're putting out an album, this should be a perfect example of what your intro and the first song on your album should sound like, man. Like, this is it, 100%. Like, it should be ear grabbing, eye catching, and all the above. Like this is exactly the definition of an intro for an album, 100%. Um, really, just 10 out of 10, man. Like, the lyrics are well written. H really put his soul out onto this track, and I really feel like this was a great intro to this album, and actually intrigued me to listen more and continue the story and see what else he had to spit on this album titled Keisha's Son, man. I fuck with this a lot. So 10 out of 10 from me. Really fine tuned. Sounds like a veteran. Keep doing your thing, homie. Shout out H Dagoon. Thank you for the submission, and I appreciate you. I really fuck with that track, man. Honestly, really, really goated single. Now, the next submission I have is from a returning Music Mondays artist known as Julian Asgul. And he actually, I remember his first submission very vividly because it was actually fire as fuck, in my opinion. And it had that gritty underground SoundCloud alternative sound to it. And this is definitely no exception. Like, this is perfect. He submitted a single titled Miss Take, and it's MISS dash take, so like Miss Take. And I actually like to play on words right there. I thought that was really creative. But one word to describe this is pop, and pop. Why? Because the pop sort of dance vibe this gives off, like it's just got a great dance flow. It's got great like not lyrics, but the cadences are just amazing on this for like a dance sort of house song. And this type of style is actually really hard to pull off, and Julian was no exception. This is a really really great track. Let me link this in the chat, and of course it'll be linked in the description of the YouTube video as well. But um, as far as Julian goes on this track, Mistake, man, like I said, this type of style is really hard to pull off well, and I think Julian did a really great job, man. This is perfectly done. Really shines when the first verse comes in and shows how versatile he is as an artist. Like, because he doesn't continue the flow he had on the chorus, like simply because like it's such a switch up. Like, and you'll know what I mean if you actually listen to this track. It's just such a good switch up that you're like, oh wow, okay, like Julian can bounce back and forth, you know, and I think it shows his skill. It really does. But the second verse is really where it shines, and the lyrical content in the second verse and how it's written, perfect. Really, really, really fucking perfect. Um, yeah, man. Short, sweet track. Definitely would listen again. It's a really great chill track too. Like if it came in on your playlist and you were just driving or something, you definitely wouldn't want to skip it. You know what I mean? You would just let it play because it's definitely a really good chill track, and it's bouncy. It's boppy enough, so it's a really really great dance pop track, mixed with a little bit of 2021 hip hop elements. So 10 out of 10 for me, man. Shout out Julian. Thank you for the submission, homie, and I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. Excellent track from Julian there. Really done well. I actually have a decent amount of submissions this week, chat, and that actually makes me really happy. You know, like come on, submissions that were worthy of taking, you know, as well, and to put on Music Mondays and show everybody that there are really good unknown, unheard of artists out there, man. It's a really good thing. I totally just fell off this ledge. No, don't fall again. Alright, we're good, chat. We're good, we're good. Okay. Alright. Now, my next review on this list is from an artist titled Bumpy 103, and it's featuring an artist known as Yana G. And I don't think Bumpy has submitted to Music Mondays before, and if they have, it's been a while, for sure. So let me link Bumpy in the chat for you, and we'll get started here. The track's titled Love. Um, and first impressions, this is a really ethereal trap beat. Just real, almost dark and dreamy. Very trippy red-ish. Not really though. It just something that came to mind off the top of my head, but very ethereal, very dark, very chill as well. It's definitely a very chill beat. Um, Bumpy comes in on the first verse and it's really interesting, and it seems like Bumpy tried to do something different with his vocals opposed to what he's used to. And I didn't dive too deep into his library, but you could sort of tell that this isn't exactly what he does all the time. But I think it worked out for him, to be honest with you. To be completely 100 with you, I think it worked out for him. And I like to see artists expand out and try new shit and try different things than they normally make. You know what I mean? Because expanding your tools and expanding your skills and your vocals and everything you're doing is such a key to becoming a new and better and improved artist. So shout out Bumpy for this, man. Like, I really felt like he just went out on a limb here, and I really enjoy this. Um, Lyrics are well written. He used them to really show what he could do on this track. I really think that he put in a lot of work on his verse here, and I think it's worth a listen 100%. Like, I think if you're interested in some new, different, ethereal R&B, sort of like popish, sort of dark chill shit, you definitely got to give this a listen for sure. But, Yana's verse comes in and she really shines on what she can do as far as collaborations go, and how well she can put some of her own style on a track. Um, Her high-pitched vocals may not be as consumable for some, but I enjoyed it, and I really feel like it gave it this raw sort of feeling, and it just had a lot of emotion. You know what I mean? Overall, your basic love song with some really unique elements and really just independent vibes, and I really enjoy that, and that's what we really like. That's what we do it for on Music Mondays. So this is sort of a staple and a great example of what we're looking for here, and I really enjoy this track titled Love. So shout out Bumpy and Yana. Keep doing your thing to the both of you, and much love. Thank you guys. And of course, all tracks will be linked in the description of the YouTube video, and of course, all tracks linked in chat currently. Excellent. Really great song there. Now we got two more submissions here, chat. And they're no exception to what we've been talking about, which is nothing but fire. Okay? Nothing but absolute fire, for sure. Now, this next track is from an artist known as B. Morgan. And B. Morgan is one of the more, excuse me, talented artists I have come across on Music Mondays. 100% extremely talented. He linked me a playlist, which are all of his R&B tracks, sort of a mix of his singles and a few features here and there. But one of the songs I had taken note of was a track titled Who Do You Love? And Who Do You Love? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Now, this is a track with an artist known as Ronnie Allen. Who Do You Love, of course, will be linked in chat and a description of the YouTube re-upload as well. But this track is insane. Like this is the definition of R&B trap as well. Like this is a great template of what R&B trap sounds like. And this is a great R&B trap beat with an amazing drop for the first verse, man. Like this drop um got to be one of the more interesting drops I've ever heard on Music Mondays for sure. Like a lot of these were a first. Like because I've had a lot of fire artists and like I've said that like oh this is one of my favorites on Music Mondays, but this is one of my favorites that brings a new flavor and is extremely unique, like just extremely fucking unique, and just has a lot of flavor, man. Like really has a lot of flavor. Um, so the first verse drops, and like I said, it has an amazing drops. But like it's just so well mixed. It's no surprise B Morgan is at 2.5K Spotify monthlies. Um, just about that number. And this is truly like a veteran sounding track. Like B Morgan knows what they're doing 100%. Like this shit is like nothing but fire. Like you could tell that B. Morgan has been working at his craft for a long time, or they're just extremely talented and woke up out of bed and just said, hey, I'm going to record a fucking hit. But regardless of what they did, it's fucking amazing, and they absolutely nailed this track. So I can only assume that the majority of his other library is just as good. After the first verse, he comes back in, and it's undescribable how well he rides this beat, man. Like, he rides this beat with flows and cadences. Like, I don't think a lot of other people could. Like, a lot of the greats maybe, but not a lot of people in the underground could ride this beat like this. So B Morgan is definitely a special artist without a doubt. This is the perfect definition of good R&B in 2021, man. Like that's all I got to say about this, straight up. So go check out B Morgan. Thank you B Morgan for the submission, and thank you to your team for the submission. You guys are 100% going somewhere. Shout out you guys. Shout out your whole squad, and go listen to Who Do You Love. Great, great, great track right there, honestly. Now, this last submission, and certainly not least, is something I want to talk about for a little bit. Just because it's so important to me, and I was actually really shocked at what I was hearing. So, this next submission, from an artist known as Ice Walk, and he submitted to me his music video "Flew to LA" featuring Purge, and it was the official music video. And of course, it'll be linked in the description, and it'll be linked in chat right now. But the reason why I want to talk about this track in so much detail is because it's what embodied like my first, like what I felt like was me finding a new undiscovered sound in the underground. Like back in 2018 when I was interviewing Seattle artists and High Noni and a lot of like the really good like um just alternative dance and trap artists, and just the guys that were doing like the dance trap stuff. This was the sound that I knew was gonna fucking take off, and Ice Walk really like embodies it, man. In 2021, really fucking embodies the sound. Like, Flew to LA is really a track that if I would have heard in 2018, I I would have been ecstatic. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking love this sound, and I have a lot of love for all my Seattle guys, man. Like, um, shout out Capo, shout out Shame, shout out Koi and Pascal, rest in peace. Shout out all of the fucking homies, because and Lil U, of course, uh, Houseboat. But bro, like, and if I forgot anyone, I love you. But it's just like, bro, like that Seattle scene was just so important to me, and Ice Walk really brings it here with this track "Flew to LA," man. So that's why I really fuck with this sound a lot. This is one of my favorites personally, just for sentimental reasons on Music Mondays. But this is something I can really get into, of course, if you guys didn't notice. Ice Walk has never been on my radar before either, so this is exactly what I'm looking for, and this is exactly the type of sound I fell in love with in 2018. The beat starts off bright and bouncy, but Ice Walk comes in with hard-ass, dirty, grimy lyrics and great flows to complement this bouncy dance trap sound. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta combo them both, and you get the real 2018 sound I was describing at the beginning, and this is once again no exception. Like, it is perfect. Um, so Icewalk hits the first verse. He's real grimy on it. Sounds great. Definitely has some good flows. Purge comes in, and with his verse, he brings a bit of variety, and he switches up the flows a little bit and proves that you don't have to be super fast on these bouncy beats. You can sort of lay back and chill, and Purge definitely did his thing, 100%. And of course, well written as well. 100%. Cause they have to be. Like, you just assume that there's really no lacking part of these songs, because if it just starts off fire, it's usually fire all the way through. And once again, this is a product of that 100%. Um, yeah, man, Icewalk and Purge really did their thing on this, dude. Like, I've never heard of Icewalk or Purge, and I'd like to hear a lot more. And this is something I'm really interested in. This is something you should be interested in as well, because this is the sound that birthed hyper pop. This is the sound that birthed a lot of the corny shit you hear today. Just corny in my opinion. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that don't think that sort of higher sound is not corny, but this is where it came from, and this type of sound is much more superior in my opinion to what is going on these days. And these days, just 2 years later or whatever, like it just kind of came and went, But these dance trap beats, man, just do it for me, and I think really never got enough love. So I think Icewalk really showed what he's capable of on something like this. Cause like, don't get me wrong, like, they're sick, but they're not easy to do either. Like, it's not like you can just hop on one of these and sort of pick your flow, you know. You gotta make it sound good, and not sound like you're 12, and all that other shit. So, pitched up vocals and whatnot. But I'm happy to see people drift away from the hyperpop type sounds, and we can get back to the real sounds of the underground, man. And this is that. This is really that. So amazing, 10 out of 10 for me. Shout out Icewalk, shout out Purge. Keep doing your thing. Be safe, enjoy yourselves. Thank you for the submission, and much love. Go check out Icewalk, man, for sure. Let's go, chat. That was truly amazing. Truly, truly amazing reviews, honestly. Now, we won't immediately hop off, but we did approach almost 45 minutes relatively fast, because we had a lot of great reviews, a lot of great things to talk about. But what I wanted to discuss before we get into our closing section here on Music Mondays episode 24, man. Just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout. Make sure you follow us on all socials. Keep your eyes peeled for everything that Music Mondays is gonna be doing, man. We're gonna be on 2021's ass, like we've been all year. Like, we're just gonna keep this fucking train rolling. We're gonna make sure we bring you the best underground content, the most original underground content, and the most healthy underground content. So, with that being said, this has been Zomb Slays. This has been Music Mondays, episode 24. If you missed episode 23, it's already on YouTube. Just search up All Music Mondays. Music Mondays or Zomb Slays on YouTube. Next week we'll be taking submissions tomorrow. Next Monday is the 12th, so I'll see you for episode 25 on Monday the 12th. And like I said one more time, submissions will be open tomorrow, Tuesday the 6th. So if you're looking to submit music for next week's Music Mondays, be on the lookout for that, and follow us on all socials, of course, at All Music Mondays. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, All Music Mondays, and make sure you visit allmusicmondays.com, man. You trying to get an interview, trying to get on our wonderful platform here. Send us some work, send us a portfolio, send us an email, see what's up. But yeah, I'll be interviewing a lot of my old artists that I'd interviewed in the past to catch up on them and really uh really just rekindle that flame, man, and really see what's up and catch up with a lot of the goats that I interviewed in my writing career. But much to come in this next week. You'll be hearing from us and you'll be hearing from me, of course, relatively soon. Like I said, follow Music Mondays on all social media at All Music Mondays. If you need an update, like I said, follow us if you're looking to submit. Submit through our DMs, submit through our playlist, or submit through the website. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. It's been Zomb Slays. This is Music Mondays episode 24. This will be available this Saturday instead of Fridays because interviews are on Fridays now, or written pieces. So interviews, reviews, new articles will be available on Fridays, and Music Mondays will be re-uploaded on Saturdays. So I'll see you guys on Saturdays the next time you'll hear this voice. But Music Mondays details tomorrow for submissions, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week for episode 25. It's been Zom Slays. It's Music Mondays. Be safe, chat. I love you guys. Later, later.